The problem with you is you're whining like a little fucking baby.
What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode of Ask Papa Swolio. Remember, if you want your question featured right here on the show, drop your question in the comments down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe to my second channel, Daily Swole Podcast, to catch my live stream of the Daily Swole Podcast every single day. And if you can't catch a live stream, I would recommend you subscribe to the Daily Swole Podcast on Apple, on Android, every single app, streaming live every single day, and you can catch the podcast anywhere you want. You can bang your ear holes with Papa every day. So I know you like these videos, and I'm sure you'll like that podcast, so I hope to see you there. I'll put the links in the cards and the description down below so you can click it and enjoy. Let's get into today's first question of the day, and this one is from Taylor T. Papa Swolio, how do you decrease muscle? Decrease muscle? Why would you want to do that? How can you decrease muscle? I have developed too much muscle in my glutes, which makes me uncomfortable and unable to fit into my clothes. I'm too afraid to train legs in fear that it will grow my glutes further. Are you sure that you have muscle there, or is it just muscle pushing the fat outwards? Now, that's not trying to be rude, but a lot of times women think they're getting really bulky where they're just gaining muscle, but they're not eating healthy enough to trim the fat on top. Now, you can't necessarily spot reduce fat, but if you want to decrease muscle, you stop exercising, you stop lifting so heavy. You can do more endurance type training, you could practice more yoga, you could do more lengthening activities, but I don't know, aside from just not exercising and atrophying those muscles in that area, aside from what to tell you. So some people have certain areas that are just genetically larger and adapt quicker and develop quicker. So aside from that, I wish you the best of luck, but why would you want to decrease your glutes? A lot of women are like, why would you want to do that? A lot of women are going to be like freaking out in the comments for this, but I hope that helps, and I'm sorry for your big booty problems, Taylor. Question from Natalie Solorio. Papa Swolio, how do I get myself used to eating 3 meals a day? I've gotten used to eating 1 large meal a day because I don't feel satisfied with a normal sized meal, but after this I feel heavy and sluggish and I always go over my macros. You just eat 3 meals a day. You're not going to be used to it. You're going to feel bloated, or when you start eating smaller meals more frequently, you're going to feel more full because of the frequency. You're not used to having food in your stomach as often. You just do it. When I first started bulking up and I wanted to eat more calories and I was eating more food more frequently, it was really overwhelming at first, but then eventually I just adapted and got used to it. So you get used to eating 3 meals a day by eating 3 meals a day. Question from Jasmine FT. Papa Swolio. Hi, Papa. Hi, Jasmine. Any thoughts on glutamine? Love from Iran, by the way. Well, love from the United States. Thank you so much for the love. Any thoughts on glutamine? I don't take it anymore. I used to, like back in the day when I was taking supplements and protein powders, this and the other. I don't find any benefit from taking it because I feel great now and I felt great then when I was taking it. So I don't feel any difference from not consuming those types of supplements. I do things like the sauna regularly. I drink bone broth. I eat a lot of fat, so my joints feel really good, and I meditate and I stretch and I do yoga. Those things like hydration, sleep, those things that people usually just code over and look for a supplement, those things are much more important for feeling better and for repairing better than something like glutamine in my experience. That, along with BCAAs, are just kind of supplements that I find to be more or less marketing ploys. I don't think they're really effective as they claim to be, and a lot of you might like them, you might take them, it could be a placebo effect, but you can drop in the comments below if you take glutamine and you like it. But personally, I don't, and I don't see any difference as to now as opposed to when I used to take them. Question from Make Fit or Break Fit. Papa Swolio, I am 5'9", currently 200 pounds, and I consume 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. I lift 5 days a week, active rest the other 2 days, and I have lost 40 pounds already. Congratulations. But I feel I have more to lose, but I can't seem to get it off. I do work out hard, so I'm concerned about dropping my calories will poorly affect my workout. What do you suggest? I'm curious as to what you're actually measuring. Just by going off the scale, you cannot just judge everything by going off the scale. Unless you're getting like DEXA scans or underwater weighing, you're getting your body fat percentage checked and you really know what's going on, you can't assume that you're not making continuous progress. Because if you just go off your absolute weight, you are building muscle, you're training hard, you're eating well apparently, or I mean, I don't know if you've done an elimination diet or anything, you can check my content on that. But if you lost 40 pounds on a scale, you might not be going down because you could be building muscle. Remember, your body wants to adapt. Your body wants to hit that plateau. Your body wants to hit that even maintenance keel. So don't think that just because you're not losing doesn't mean you're not making progress. You're still eating healthily. You could drop your calories a little bit and see. You don't have to go to 1,000. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can drop it to maybe 1,600, 1,700 and see how that goes. Up your protein a little bit to maintain muscle size. If you drop calories, it will eventually affect your strength, maybe affect your energy levels, depends on how much you drop and what your macros are. If you make any changes like that, just do so slowly and gradually. That way you don't have any sudden bonk out experiences or crashes, or you don't just completely shit all over all the progress you made, if you know what I'm saying. Question from Chris Joyce. Papa Swolio, I'm almost 53 and great freaking shape. Well, hell yeah. I lift heavy 5 days a week with a group of guys my age. My question, can I train like the guys? I seem to keep up. They have some hesitation. You just said you lift heavy 5 days a week with a group of guys your age. Can you train like the guys? You seem to keep up. Well, you tell me, can you? You just said you're training with them 5 days a week, so obviously you're doing something right. Don't overthink it. Go train. You're a beast. Fucking get it, girl. Question from a small bitchy banana. Papa Swolio. Hi, Papa Swolio. Hi, small bitchy banana. What's your opinion about working out while someone is on their period? Pros and cons. Since you have a degree in exercise science, I wanted to ask for your opinion from a scientific education standpoint rather than just Googling answers. Thank you. Well, you're asking someone with a degree and a lot of experience that's also never had a period. So I will tell you things that I've heard or experienced. A lot of women work out because it maybe decreases the impact of their period. I know a lot of women that say around when they're getting their period, maybe before or during, that they're a lot stronger. Based on what I've seen from Swolenormous X members, from Mama Swolio, from people, your diet is going to be huge in terms of the effects of your period. People that eat healthier generally don't have like violent periods, especially for people that might have extreme menstrual cycles. When they change their diet, do an elimination diet, start eating healthier, just treating their body with more respect, adopting more of a healthy lifestyle, that the impact or the severity of their periods or their cramps and those reactions decrease drastically. I think it's great. Look, if you can work out on your period, fucking work out. I mean, your body will tell you, but don't just ignore, let's say, the sleep, the meditation, yoga, your diet, your nutrition, right? So that's really important as well. So ladies, those of you that are watching this video, please drop in the comments down below what your personal thoughts are, because I'm not going to speak out of line, but that's just my experience and what I've come across and what I've dealt with, what I've talked about with a lot of females before. But ladies, you're going to know more about this than I will, so put that in the comments down below. Question from Stephanie Lee. Hey, Papa Swolio. Hey, I know you are a big yoga advocate. What's your opinion on aerial yoga? I've never tried aerial yoga, so I don't have a personal opinion on it. I do think it's one of those, I know a lot of people might hate on me for this, I do think it's one of those more like gimmicky things. Like, all right, I like yoga that you can do anywhere, like on earth. Anytime you're doing something that's like, you're suspended upside down, or you're floating around, or you're on a vibration plate, that's not realistic. You want to be able to control your body in real earth environments. But aerial yoga can be great for decompression. For people that have really bad joints that are looking to really decompress the spine, things like hanging, inversions can be really beneficial. So I don't doubt that that could really be beneficial for some people. But if you do that, I would recommend doing aerial yoga in addition to weight training, to regular yoga, to meditation, nutrition, sleep, hydration. All those things are really important. But if you want to add aerial yoga in, you really love it, you enjoy it, then go for it. Question from Randy Gerson. Papa Swolio, if you are feeling particularly weak during a workout, is it better to lessen the weight, or have you found benefit in keeping the working weight the same and dropping the reps? Depends on what your goal is and what your volume, what your split is, and all those things. Sometimes I'll go to the gym and I'll just be like, oh wow, I am really not strong today. Could be sleep, could be hydration, could be my nutrition, could be how much I warmed up, could be whatever. Maybe I didn't recover as well from the last workout as I thought. But if you're not feeling as strong, just push it. Keep it within the same rep range, adjust the weight, and you can still push towards failure. You can still push yourself hard and do more volume. But like I mentioned, it depends on what your goal is and what your training strategy is. That's really gonna affect the answer, like the real specific, customized answer to this question. But trust me, when you train regularly, you're gonna have a lot of days where you just feel weak, but you can focus on other exercise, you can focus on form, you can focus more on maybe more volume, doing higher repetitions. So you can play around with that and see what works best for you. But if your goal is just building muscle and building a physique, then you can just keep the reps, drop the weight, and adjust the reps accordingly, keep the volume, and go for the pump. Question from Sunflower. Papa Swolio, can you go over the epidemic of plastic surgery and fitness, just like a roast session? Well, not really in this video. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but the epidemic, plastic surgery has been around for a long time and will be around for a long time. Everyone's always looking for a quick fix. Everyone's looking for a pill, a powder, a shortcut to looking better. Ass implants and breast implants and bicep implants and calf implants and blah, 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 blah. Why go through all the hard work and effort when you can just go snip, 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 suck, 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 and get it done right away? The issue with that is oftentimes it looks like shit. The human eye can pick up on that right away. And I live in Florida, so I see a lot of ass implants. Looks terrible. It looks terrible. It looks fake. The human eye can pick up on that shit a mile away. So I don't know what people really think it looks like, because it looks like crap. Just like fake breasts, you can spot them a mile away, but we accept that as like normal. Oh, you got a boob implants. That's to look better. That's what women do to look better, but we've accepted that. But then ass implants, like, oh, it's the same thing. It's really the same thing. Breast implants, ass implants, any kind of implant and altering your physical appearance is essentially the same thing. It's for cosmetic and for psychological purposes, but it's your choice. That's why it's called elective surgery. If you elect to have that, that's fine. The issue with plastic surgery for health reasons or to look better physically, you get fat sucked out of your body. It doesn't change your gut biome. It doesn't change your eating habits. And a lot of people that get lipo and stuff like that, it just comes back because their fundamental habits haven't been changed. So they're just kind of scooping off the top and then refilling it back up. So not a good look. Question from Anna Ophelia. Papa Swolio, as a competitive bodybuilder, what's your opinion on competing? I've never really heard your opinion on shows. P.S. You're the best fitness channel by far. Why, thank you so much, Anna. And I've never competed myself. I got into fitness via bodybuilding. I loved reading Flex magazine and watching the Olympia, and those guys inspired me, but I've never been inspired to take steroids or go down that road and put myself through those extremes. What I see from a lot of people that I know, people that I see online that compete, is that it really creates a poor relationship with your body. A lot of extremes, a lot of real extreme stress. It gives dieting a bad rap. People think that you have to pretty much torture yourself in order to get to these really low body fat percentages. And yes, for competing, sure. But now, because we have social media, we see all these people, they do their photo shoots before they go on stage or right after their show. So all of a sudden, everywhere you see all these pictures of people that are shredded to the bone. That's not natural. It's not healthy to be 5 or 6% body fat. It's just straight up not. And whether or not someone can get to that point, it sets a bad example for people that are looking at that like, oh my God, that's healthy, that's fitness. No, it's not. It's someone who has muscles, that's taking anabolic steroids, that's at a very low body fat percentage in order for judges to see separation and symmetry and posing technique and this and the other. And it's amazing to watch what the human body can do, but it creates a very poor relationship with food. It creates a poor relationship with body image. And a lot of pro bodybuilders talk about that because, not as if they have to, I mean, it's obvious for people to need to get to that size to feel good, to compete. And I don't have that mindset of wanting to do that, so I don't understand what it's like to be in their head. But I think a lot of people would agree that from the 10,000 calorie challenges, from YouTube fitness people online to the extreme bodybuilders to competing on stage, it's just not a healthy thing. It's a difference between health and fitness and bodybuilding. It's like all these little separate segmented things. It's not the epitome of health. We kind of crossed over and blurred the lines between what's actually healthy and, oh, that person's ripped. Well, that's not a healthy physique. That's just what they're doing for that specific purpose, to win a competition of being super ripped and of being super symmetrical. But that's not a healthy relationship with the body. That's not a healthy relationship with food. And that's why a lot of people that go down that road really have some major psychological issues as a result of that. And you can damage your body permanently or have issues with hormone balances and things coming back to normal, especially if you're doing anabolics and, artificial things like that. So that's my take. Well, thank you so much everyone for joining me for this episode of Ask Papa Swolio. Remember, if you want your question featured right here on the show, drop your question in the comments down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio, and I will get to them as soon as I can. And before you go, make sure to click the links in the card or the description down below to subscribe to my second channel, Daily Swole Podcast. But if you're not a watcher, if you're more of a listener, you can also subscribe to the Daily Swole Podcast everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. All the links, description down below, and the card, and you can subscribe and get knowledge nukes banging your ear holes every single day on the Daily Swole Podcast. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you for asking your questions, and I'll see you next time for the next episode of Ask Papa Swolio. Peace.
Click the link, motherfucker! Click Click the link. Click the link. Watch another video, like and subscribe. I know you want to. You know you want to. Come on, everyone knows you want to. You love Papa Swolio. You love the man bun. You love the sick bugging gains. You love it. Oh, oh, oh. You love it. Oh, 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 oh.